What's up guys, Luke here, and today I have some news about two new credit cards that none of you will admit that you're interested in. I will get several thumbs down for even talking about these cards, but I'm going to stand my ground and I'm going to say there is true value here. After I go over these brand new cards, I will give you a fairly specific use case for these cards, and I will take a chance on having tomatoes and other produce thrown at me, but I'll also state that these are actually really good credit cards for some folks. Now, I am making this video knowing full well it will not do well, but there will be a very small amount of people that will have some interest, and I'm willing to bet there are one or two that will give one of these cards a chance. Enough with the suspense. Today I'm going over two new choice privilege cards from your favorite issuer to hate, Wells Fargo. Before you click off the video, remember your Bilt Rewards MasterCard that you pay your overpriced rent with is actually a Wells Fargo card, and it could be worth a few minutes to listen to this review. You know, just in case. With that said, let's get into it. Okay guys, there is no way to make Wells Fargo sound good to a large portion of the viewers, but let's consider maybe Wells has turned a corner. Maybe the success of Bilt Rewards is the beginning of their redemption song. Maybe not, but these two new cards actually have me excited because, well, they create some competition and they bring some variety to the hotel credit card game. Today I'm going to go over the Choice Privileges MasterCard and the Choice Privileges Select MasterCard. Okay guys, now that all the uppity viewers are gone, went off to watch reviews of the Ritz-Carlton or a Four Seasons hotel, let's break these cards down, because if you are a budget traveler or a road tripper, or if you plan to invade Scandinavia one day, these cards can help you out. Before the breakdown, both of these cards earn choice privilege points. The points guy puts a value of 0.6 cents per point on these points, but if you are a fan of the channel, you already know I checked it out and you can get more than double that with certain redemptions. If you're not familiar with choice, then it's fair to say they are going to be the most economical properties, and I will list them on screen if you want to pause the video. You'll likely recognize some of these as an affordable place off the side of the highway, but also check out the Cambria brand hotels. They are fairly upscale and some of them are super nice. We'll take a look at a Cambria in Nashville later in the video. Either way, I don't expect these properties to ever knock Aunt Connie's socks off, but for a secondary or even a third option, I like this program, kinda sorta. If you aren't familiar with choice privileges, here is some real basic info about them. They were founded in 1939 and they have over 7,000 properties in over 40 countries. Properties run from, wow, this is really nice, to, holy smokes, keep driving, I think that person might be dead. So there is a wide spectrum. Let's start with the no annual fee Choice Privileges MasterCard. This MasterCard comes with a 60,000 point bonus for spending just $1,000 in 3 months. Choice advertises that as being worth up to 7 free nights. So far so good, right? Using the card for stays earns 5 times Choice Privileges points. The card also earns 3 times points in the following categories: gas stations, grocery stores, home improvement stores, and phone plans. Just 1 time on everything else. Now, would I expect anyone to use this card as their daily driver? No, not exactly, but this card could possibly compete with maybe a Hilton Honors no annual fee card. Probably not that either, but it could complement if you're someone who frequents Middle America and smaller towns on road trips. The card also gives the cardholder gold status at Choice hotels. And I'll cover the status a little later in the video, but I definitely had to look it up because I don't think I've ever stayed at a Choice, not recently. The card also has some MasterCard benefits such as no foreign transaction fees and cell phone protection. Yes, $800 with a $25 deductible, and that is if you pay your bill with your card. And remember, you'll also get 3 times points on that cell phone bill. Back to that gold status. I mean, some of these benefits are tough to ignore. Looks like you'll get free parking, which we all know that could have some value depending on where you're staying. In true Midwest fashion, you'll get a discount at theme parks and early check-in, late checkout. You guys know how I feel about the check-in, checkout part. Well, that's it for the free no annual fee card. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'll show you a couple cases in the end of the video where it could make sense. But this next card, in my opinion, is one we should at least look over carefully. The Choice Privileges Select MasterCard comes with a $95 annual fee, but the first year is waived, meaning you could get the card, try it out, and if you don't like it, maybe you could downgrade or cancel, but they have some benefits that could make it worth keeping. This card has a 90,000 point bonus for spending just $3,000 in the first 3 months. Pretty easy to do. That could be enough for 11 night stays at Choice Hotels. The card earns 10 times at Choice Properties and 5 times at gas stations, grocery stores, home improvement stores, and your phone plan. Now, I know many of us don't stay at Choice Hotels, but those are some really good multipliers if you do, or if you might. Now, the Select comes with an anniversary bonus of 30,000 points every year you keep the card. That more than pays for the annual fee. It also comes with Platinum status, and I'll put the status screen back up. Pretty close to gold, but it will establish a relationship with Avis Car Rentals. This card has the same cell phone protection and World Elite MasterCard benefits, including the no foreign transaction fees. And I almost forgot to mention, this card grants the holder a $100 TSA PreCheck or global entry credit. That's a big league benefit if you don't know. I couldn't imagine traveling without those. Okay, so those are the numbers. If you're still here and even a little open-minded, let's check out the Cambria in downtown Nashville. 2 nights at this fairly nice hotel is going to be $878.33. It's a great location and likely a place 98% of us would feel very comfortable staying. Well, you'd use 50,000 Choice Privilege points for the 2 nights. Guys, that's 1.7 cents per point. Did I cherry pick this property? Not exactly. I just looked at where I would stay in Nashville. Let's look at something else there. How about the Comfort Inn, which is kind of close to the football stadium if you wanted to take a trip like that. 2 nights there is going to cost you $593.99 or 60,000 points. I'm sure its points rate is higher because of the proximity to the football stadium, but that is still 0.98 cents per point. So almost 1 cent per point. See what I mean? There is value here, even if it is for mostly economical stays. The real magic happens when you visit Scandinavia. Everything is expensive there, and a lot of Choice hotels come with free breakfast and sometimes even free dinner. Let's take a look at Copenhagen. How about the Villa Copenhagen, an Ascend property? Now, I've never been to Copenhagen, so this really is a random selection. This one is in the middle of downtown. 2 nights here is $921.24 or 80,000 points. Guys, that is 1.15 cents per point. Not bad, right? I really wish I could put my money where my mouth is here and apply for this Select card right now, but it's just not the right time for me. I should be able to get under 524 this summer, and there are at least a couple Chase cards I want on the personal side. Plus, I already have credit cards in 2 different hotel systems, but who knows? Could be a good Player 2 card. In the comments, tell me what you think, and also tell me that you are way too good to stay at any Choice hotel. Don't forget to check out my links in the description below, and remember, if you got any value or a laugh from this video, slap that like button, and if you want more credit card points and miles, cashback, or travel information, subscribe to the channel. If you've stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate it. I thank every single one of you.